Watch what happens tonight. August 2 is no ordinary night. Tonight is unlike any other because something rare, something extraordinary is unfolding right before us. And no, it's not just because the stars are particularly beautiful or because the air carries a special kind of stillness. It's not just because the world seems to have slowed down for a moment so we could all take a breath together. It's because tonight, something deeply personal, something historic in the most intimate sense is taking place. Something that might not make headlines tomorrow, but will be remembered in hearts for the rest of our lives. Tonight, I stand before you, not just in celebration of a date on the calendar, but to mark a shift in the timeline of my life. A change that began long before this moment, when two lives, once separate, began to slowly orbit each other, until one day, without realizing exactly how it happened, those orbits aligned. You see, there are many ordinary days, days that come and go, blurred by routine. We eat, we work, we laugh, we sleep, and we do it all again. And then, every so often, a day arrives that cuts through that blur like a flash of light. A day that rearranges the landscape of your memory. A day you can point back to and say, that's when everything changed. August 2 is that day for me. Because tonight I ask not just for your attention, but for your blessing, your witness, and your presence as I open my heart to the one person who has made my life feel like it has purpose. To the person who makes the world not just brighter, but clearer, who brings not just joy, but depth, who doesn't complete me because I believe we are both whole on our own, but who complements me in every way, who challenges me to grow and hold space when I fall, who teaches me every day what love can really look like when it's rooted in trust, respect, and kindness. Some people believe fate is a poetic idea, something reserved for books or movies or songs, but I think fate is real, not in the sense that every little thing is predetermined, but in the way certain moments feel undeniably destined, like when you look into someone's eyes and somehow without words your soul says, yes, it's you. That's what tonight is about. It's not just about love. It's about that extraordinary feeling of recognition when you realize that in a world of billions, you found the one whose heart echoes yours. We often talk about rare events in terms of science. A total solar eclipse, a once-in-a-century comet, a perfect alignment of planets. And yet those phenomena, as grand as they are, don't even come close to how rare it is to find a person who truly sees you. Not just the version you post online or show to the world at your best, but the version that stumbles, doubts, fears, and still dares to hope. Finding someone who loves that version of you, fully and without condition, is nothing short of a miracle. That's what's unfolding here tonight. And when we look back, we won't just say, that was the day we got engaged. No. We'll say, that was the day our story changed chapters. That was the day we declared out loud and without hesitation that we choose each other. Not just today, not just tonight, but every day after. I want to talk for a moment about time. Because time is the thread that stitches our lives together. And it's also the thing we never seem to have enough of. But love, real love, stretches time. It fills it. It makes a single evening feel like an eternity and a decade feel like a blink. When I met you, time began to shift. Days with you pass fast, but moments slow down. A look, a smile, a hand brushing mine. They seem to freeze everything around us. And tonight, time feels like it's pausing altogether. The earth is still spinning. People are still going about their lives. But in this space, in this moment, time is holding its breath because something is happening here that matters. This engagement isn't just a promise to marry. It's a vow to build, to grow together, to walk side by side through whatever life throws at us. It's not about being perfect. Neither of us is, and we never will be. It's about being present, being honest, choosing love not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. There will be days when we get frustrated. There will be days when silence stretches longer than it should. But there will also be mornings filled with laughter, evenings filled with stories, and nights like this one where we remember why we began, where we remember that this love is not ordinary, that this connection isn't common, that this bond is a rare and sacred thing worth cherishing every single day. I want to share with you something I've never said out loud. There was a time in my life when I wasn't sure this kind of love existed for me. I saw other people find it and I was happy for them, but somewhere deep inside I wondered if I was just one of those people meant to walk alone. I made peace with that idea, even embraced it, but I had no idea what was waiting. I had no idea that you were out there, living your life, becoming who you were meant to be, preparing in your own way to eventually cross paths with me. When we met, something shifted. Not right away, not in some fairy tale flash of lightning, but in slow, quiet moments that built trust, that carved space for something real. You changed my story without demanding to. You walked in, not to rescue me or fix me, but to walk with me. And tonight, on this no ordinary August night, I want to make a choice that says, I see you, I love you, and I want to spend my life with you. I want to wake up beside you when we're old and gray and tell you that I choose you again. I want to build a life that isn't measured by milestones, but by the quiet joy of ordinary moments shared with someone extraordinary. I believe in us. I believe in what we're building. And I believe that decades from now, we'll look back on tonight and smile. Not just because it was beautiful or emotional, but because it was true. Because it was the beginning of something that mattered. You see, rare things don't always announce themselves. They don't always come with fireworks or fanfare. Sometimes they come with a quiet question asked with trembling hands and a hopeful heart. Will you marry me? And though those words are small, the weight they carry is enormous. Because they mean, will you let me be your partner, your teammate, your safe place, your greatest supporter, and your softest landing? They mean, will you trust me with your heart even when things get messy? They mean, will you walk with me through this life hand in hand, soul to soul? This night is no accident. It's not just one of 365. It's our night. It's the moment we step into something bigger than either of us could have created alone. And whatever lies ahead and whatever joys or storms, we will face it together. Because we've made a choice, a brave, bold, beautiful choice. So watch what happens tonight. Watch what love looks like when it stands tall, when it speaks out loud, when it takes a leap. Watch how hearts expand. Watch how a simple question can shape a future. Watch how two people become one team. Watch how a single night can become a cornerstone of a lifetime. This is no ordinary night. It's the night I asked you to spend your life with me. And it's the night you said yes. And that, my love, is nothing short of historic.